Whoa! Welcome back to my caliente kitchen. Today I have definitely caliente things. I always have caliente things, and I also have another caliente guest. Oh my god, wait till you meet her. She's amazing. She actually was one of my interns, dietitians. I'm proud of all of them, doing so well now. And anyhow, Kelly Powers, I'm going to invite her today. We're going to discuss about olive oil, her new company, Olivaio. And you know, when we were talking about olive oil, and she was telling me all these things I haven't even never heard. And yes, I'm a dietitian, so this is good because you're going to learn new things. We all know now the olive oil is the main food in the Mediterranean diet that is anti-inflammatory, that prevents chronic diseases. We know it's a bomb. It hits everything. But these three things you're going to love. We're also going to make great recipes. But anyways, hey Kelly, how are you?
Hola Manuel, ciao, I'm doing well.
Ciao, how are you? Too bad I don't have you here with me so I can give you a hug.
I know, we'll be virtual soon, hopefully.
Exactly. So Kelly, many people that I know have so many dreams, and I remember when we used to work together, you used to tell me all the time, God, I want to move to Italy, live in Italy, go shop in Italy. And you know, you sure did it. You actually moved to Italy. I know you're back now, but tell us a little bit about that, how you accomplished that dream, because we all have so many dreams, and you know, your story is inspirational.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I definitely have a fondness of Italy and Italian food culture. And I think that started, or I know it started, before you and I met, when I studied abroad during my undergrad. I lived in Florence for a semester. It was just a short period of time, but it really shifted my entire life. And since then, like you mentioned, I always had a yearning to go back. And so one day I just really kind of needed some change, and I was ready to leave San Francisco for a while. So I found a graduate program that I actually randomly came across when I was in Rome, maybe 6 months before, and I found a flyer for it, and then I just revisited it and looked it up online. I applied, I got in, and I packed up and moved.
I know. I was like, wow, she sure has ovaries. Yay! I love it.
I know,
so,
yeah.
but not only now you became a registered dietitian, now you are a co-founder. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. A co-founder of Olivaio. So tell us how you came about bringing this delicious olive oil to the United States.
Absolutely. So my business partner and I met at an accelerator program in the city years ago, before I even thought or considered moving back to Italy and getting a graduate degree. And we always kind of stayed in touch. We became good friends. And he opened up a couple restaurants down in LA called Liverata House. And in doing so, he connected with somebody who supplies restaurants with high quality Italian products. And basically we kind of tapped into that supply and now created our own company, our own like product line, which is Olivaio. And so it's just really, it was my network. And he knew I was very fond of Italy, Italian food culture, the Mediterranean diet. He's in marketing, I'm in nutrition, dietetics. It's just a really beautiful marriage because of all of the health benefits that the oil does provide.
That's amazing, which we're going to cover soon. So this olive oil comes from Tuscany, I believe, right?
Tuscany, yeah. So we source from Tuscany, from a lot of small family farms. And then we send it over, ship it over by boat, where we then have it in our warehouse, either in LA or New Jersey. So
beautiful. Now, actually, let's talk a little about, I know you're an olive oil connoisseur now. So taste about how to taste olive oil. I mean, you know, we know how to taste wine. Well, I don't know much about that either, but here, yeah, but here, I just know how to drink it. So, but you know, but olive oil, I mean, you know, I taste it. And I know from the past that when it has that caliente throat, you know, I feel something picante going on here, like spicy.
Yeah. Right
Tell me about that.
So,
oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it's nice. And it's a little bite. Sometimes it can be abrasive if it's not expected. Ours is pretty mild, but it's still there. You can definitely feel it and taste it. It's kind of that nice little punch. It's like a peppery bite, and it really is telling of the quality of the oil. And
Oh,
so you want to find an oil that does have that, because it means it is high quality. It's packed with antioxidants, and that's essentially the polyphenols that you're getting in the back of your throat. That's where that
my
bite comes
God.
from. So it means it's really young and alive.
Well, sure it is, because it's still picante to my throat.
Yeah,
I love
and I
it.
would definitely suggest too, when tasting oil, to always taste it on its own initially. I know it may seem a bit strange or weird, but just to put it in a dish or even pour a little on your finger and then taste it in its raw, pure form, so you actually can then decipher the flavor
No,
profile.
don't sip it like I'm sipping it now.
No, you can too. A lot of Italian grandmas and grandfathers have been drinking a shot or an ounce of oil every day of their life. So,
Oh my God! No wonder
we
they're so
actually have a health.
healthy.
Yeah, we actually have a health piece written about that too on our blog.
I
So,
love it. All right, well, let's start cooking.
yeah,
Okay?
let's do it.
All right, so I actually gonna make this beautiful potato salad, or being Peruvian, of course. And so I actually, you know what is so funny? I actually used my Instant Pot. I looked it up. Can you boil potatoes in the Instant Pot? So I made these boiled potatoes in the Instant Pot in 5 minutes. So I was like amazed. Yes, and they came out perfectly. The texture of the potato is perfect. I'm gonna, for a potato salad. So if you have an Instant Pot, I'm telling you, it's beautiful. All right, so what I'm gonna do here, this book came from Peruvian Power Food. Do you work with me with that book? I forget now. No, you did Peruvian Power. You did, right? I remember that, yes. So anyway, so this is tricolor potatoes. And then I'm gonna add some celery in here. And I have my colorful spoons, I love them too. Then we have onion, of course, purple onion, very Latino. Cilantro. And this is so healthy, so colorful. And these are green onions. And honestly, this salad can be eaten with any meat of choice. Or if you're a vegetarian, you can add cheese. I like to add queso fresco to this too as well. But here's the dressing, Kelly. I created this dressing using also another Peruvian superfood called ají amarillo. But all the ingredients, the recipe card is showing there. I have ají amarillo, little honey, white wine vinegar, and little mustard. But then of course I'm gonna put the main ingredient now, which is the olive oil. And I use a 1/4 cup. And potato salad normally is eaten with mayo, but since I discovered you doing olive oil too with potato salad now, especially with this olive oil, is great. So tell us the first thing we haven't heard about olive oil as I mix this.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's quite interesting, really, and I think it's very pertinent right now because, as we know, or at least as you and I know, I'm sure, that a lot of people in the United States in particular are living with type 2 diabetes, or they're pre-diabetic. And so as of now, at least the last stat that I saw around 2018 was 10% of the nation were living with type 2 diabetes, and almost 35 are pre-diabetic. And the thing about olive oil that's great is they've done studies showing that when it's consumed or used in a meal, when you have your meal with olive oil, like your potato salad here, it actually lowers or prevents a drastic spike in your blood sugar levels and your blood glucose levels. And so it helps maintain and stabilize your blood sugar levels after meals, when traditionally that wouldn't be the case if you weren't adding the olive oil. And in addition to, another study found that if you have a lower carbohydrate Mediterranean diet, it actually had participants, or those in the study that they were doing the research on, had lower A1C levels when they were newly diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And so it's really quite powerful. Deal. Yeah, I know. I call it liquid gold because it really is.
No, and it's so funny that, if it controls glucose levels, I'm going to probably push it by saying this is obviously not scientifically studied, but it can actually help with weight management too as well. Absolutely. I could imagine, right? I understand the science enough to put two together. Now, also, purple potatoes, by the way, are rich in anthocyanins, and anthocyanins have been shown to also block the absorption of glucose. So this potato salad now I would say it's diabetes friendly, right? I mean, this is fantastic. I love it. All right, so you are gonna make us a recipe.
Yes, I'm going to make a tropical green smoothie, and we're actually going to add Olivaio to it. So
Okay.
we'll get started. And I fall back on smoothies often, almost every day. I have one either for breakfast as a meal replacement or post-workout. And so I do add a few things to it, and I kind of have a smoothie formula that I'll just really discuss quickly. But the base of my smoothies, more often than not, is going to be a half of a banana. And I think you have the recipe there to share. To this one, we're going to do 1/3 of a cup of mango as well. And then we will also add 1/3 of a cup of pineapple. So here, you can really do any kind of fruit. This is a tropical one, so it's nice. If I'm only going to do one other fruit, sometimes I'll do strawberries or blueberries, and I'll do about 3/4 of a cup, anywhere from a half of a cup to a cup. The next thing that I always add is some spinach. And so I do a cup always. I do frozen spinach. You can do fresh spinach as well. I don't measure it so much. I just kind of take a heaping handful and put that in. And that's going to give us those extra greens in the day. And especially that can be hard to get in at breakfast time. And so it's a perfect place to add it. And if you do tropical fruit, really any fruit too, it kind of masks the flavor.
Yeah.
Kale is also a great option, but I find spinach to be a really mild addition. And the thing that's great about when we add the oil in is that spinach and a lot of vitamins and whatnot, the phytonutrients that are in the smoothie, are going to be better absorbed with fat because there are going to be some fat soluble vitamins. And so in order for us to actually absorb them at their full potential, we do want to include some fat in the smoothie as well. And especially if it's a meal replacement too, because we always do want to incorporate some fat in our meals. And right now it's very important with the condition of the world and everything going on to help boost immunity for us to actually get and receive all of those vitamins and nutrients that we're eating.
I love this. Okay, so the first thing is that it actually helps control glucose, which I didn't know the olive oil can help control glucose and therefore prevent type 2 diabetes. The second thing is it can help us boost immunity, which I never think of olive oil boosting immunity. Amazing with that.
Vitamins and things along those lines, right? And in regard to the diabetes prevention, it actually also helps improve insulin receptors and whatnot. So it's really quite incredible. So I just went ahead and added a scoop of protein and also a scoop of collagen just to make it a well-rounded
ooh, look at you using collagen.
Yeah, you're not getting any younger, right?
I'm telling you, that collagen thing works. It does work. Yes, it does work. And no wonder you look so wonderful.
Oh my God. Same to you. So I just added about 3/4 of a cup of milk, anywhere between a half a cup, kind of the consistency that you like. And then last but not least, we're going to add in some oil. And so I usually do about 1/2 of a tablespoon. I eyeball it for the most part.
Yes.
But we can measure it out quickly.
Yeah. No, you can eyeball it for us. You know how to eyeball things. I mean, you've cooked enough to know.
I do, yeah. So it's just a couple seconds letting it pour out. And it has so many health benefits. I'm not going to be mad if I get a little more than 1/2 of a tablespoon in. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this up really quickly.
Yes, do. Perfect.
And I have a pretty high power blender, so it doesn't take too long. It makes it nice and smooth.
Lovely.
And it's a nice, beautiful color.
Well, we'll save the tasting to the end. We're going to taste everything at the end. You're going to taste the smoothie. I'm going to taste the potato salad. So now let's go into the third benefit. Well, also, as I make this, at least to me, lately I've been watching lots of movies, Netflixing, HBO. I started a new series yesterday called Something Sin. Oh my God, on HBO Max. And it's so good, yes.
Check it out.
The popcorn is going right away there, right? So I love me movies with my popcorn and a snack. A lot of my clients tell me, is popcorn okay? I'm like, oh my God, it's popcorn more than okay. Now, I normally just air pop mine so it's like no seasonings at all. And then I like to use olive oil. So I tasted these. I mean, my butter's almost gone. Okay. I tasted these Olivaio and with my popcorn here, and it's just how I love my popcorn, and I simply love it. And then sea salt, of course, and there you go, and you do a little like this, and you shake it, you put a little more sea salt, and this is an amazing snack. I got a visitor down here. He loves popcorn, Polo. He's like, yeah, I'm not gonna bring him up, but anyways, he's like looking at me like, yeah, you get popcorn later. So even my Marco Polo loves the popcorn. All right, so tell us the third thing that we haven't heard yet.
Yeah, of course. So we know that a high intake of monounsaturated fatty acids is really good or protective against age-related cognitive decline. And so olive oil in particular really does increase learning ability. It decreases brain inflammation, and it also helps and prevents, or kind of is an armor or a defense against a cognitive decline in different diseases like Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's too. So it helps with your brain, it helps with your blood glucose, it helps with your immunity, it helps with your weight management, it helps with your skin. I mean, there's countless health benefits to olive oil. And so I would like to share, have a blog, a health blog, where we have over 70 posts written that cover a lot of these different health claims and health benefits. And there's many more than what I've listed.
And also you have given us a code, Manuel, right? Manuel. So if they use the code Manuel, they get 20% off. I actually have written, if you look in the copy of this video, above if you're on Facebook, below if you're on YouTube, you'll see the code. Use the code and you are going to simply love Olivaio. All right, Kelly, well, thank you so much for your effort. Let's do a little tasting now.
Yeah, I really do want to try this. I wish I could come over and try your potato salad.
Oh my God, well, you will soon. Hopefully we all get vaccinated and we can hang out again and cook together. I know, I want to grab the purple one. It's not coming in.
Well, chin chin. It's
Salud,
delicious.
salud, amiga. How do you say salud in Italian?
Salute.
Salute. Salute.
Salud. Salud.
Salute. I'm gonna have some.
There's a party going on.
Come on, Polo. Since I'm not gonna touch the food, I'm gonna introduce you to Polo. Here he is. Oh my God. And Marco's coming too.
Where's Marco?
Marco's here. So there you have them. They love popcorn, so that's why they're here right now. Anyhow.
You look so perfect in your kitchen.
Oh my God. The white theme. All right, Kelly. Again, thank you for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
Of course, and my friends, as you know, I am across social media in both languages, English and Spanish. If you want to learn more about myself, visit manuelvillacorta.com. And, well, I guess we're going to say goodbye now, Kelly. Bye, everyone.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye now. Ciao.